visual illusion is so weird. Focus on the cross between these two photographs. Now as you're looking at that cross, the images are going to begin to change.
This right here, massive message, architect. Are you being delusional and don't even know it? How to apply this video to reflect, to see how you look at life. Be right back.
Time. You can't press rewind.
What's up, y'all? Piece of puzzle here. Hope this piece gives you peace. Share, like, love, laugh. Whereas it's a message architect where we break down messages and build them up for clarity. Alright? So we get on every day because everything you see and what you hear, what you touch, what you feel, it comes with a message. And I want to be able to take a message. How can you apply it? What's the whole point of optimal illusions? What's the whole point of knowing certain things if I can't use it? So what I do is take what you be seeing all the time and I get you to apply it to make your life change. This is Piece of the Puzzle. Hope this piece gives you peace. Share, like, love, laugh. Follow. And you give me videos that you want me to actually visit and see if there's a message inside of it. This is where we take an optimal illusion. Guy's talking. He's going to do something. I'm going to play the video. When I play the video, I want you to do what he say and you will see what he's talking about. And I'm going to come back and break down what you do every day that's going to help you not look at things the same way like you ever did before. And it goes along with my mental theory of perception of fill in the blank. People are delusional about filling in the blank of life. Let's play the video. Watch it through.
This visual illusion is so weird. Focus on the cross between these two photographs. Now as you're looking at that cross, the images are going to begin to change. You're going to see different famous people, but just keep focused on the cross. And after a couple of seconds, something weird should start to happen. The faces begin to look distorted, disfigured. It's like the features are all out of proportion. What you're experiencing is something called the Flashed Face Distortion Effect. What's actually happening is your brain is holding on to previous images and overlaying those on new ones as they appear in your peripheral vision. Because you're not looking at the photographs directly, your brain is basically trying to fill in the blanks. Now you might think that I've edited these photographs to make them look strange, but that's not the case. Feel free to watch this entire video again and you'll see that they're all legit. This is such a weird visual illusion. Let me know in the comments if this one worked for you and share it with a friend so they can try it as well.
Flash Face Distortion Effect. Meaning, whatever you saw, because you're not focused on the picture, you're now focused on something else. But what flashed first, right, try to take over and fill in the next, the second flag and the third flag. And like he said, your brain is trying to keep the images that it first saw while a new image has surfaced. But you're not focused on the two images. You're focused on the cross. You're focused on the plus sign in the middle. Now, I call this the fill in the blank theory. Meaning, when you go through life, you are coming across as you're focused on trying to grow. Now, specifically, a new life in Jesus Christ. A new life, trying to live your life according to God's, and you're trying to focus on the word. You're trying to focus on being positive. You're trying to focus on family. You're trying to focus on your purpose. You're trying to let that be the focus point. The plus sign is what you're supposed to focus on. And I like what he said, the cross, because you're trying to focus on Christ. When you're focused on something, there is images that you're going to see in life. There are images you're going to come across. People, places, and things. Well, the first thing that impacts your life is going to try to stay relevant. It's called the law of Genesis. The law of Genesis is the first thing that made an impact on your life, tries to stay the longest, and you remember the most. So when you're focused on something to move forward, your brain remembers what you've been through. That's why I got to renew your mind. And what happened is you are trying to move on when your brain has not let go of what you got impacted about. What impacted you yesterday, you're trying to go along today carrying what you saw yesterday. But you have not let go. It's distorting what you saw today. If you've been in a relationship and you got hurt, that impact of the first relationship. And it doesn't have to be when you're older. It could be the first true love you had at 16. The impact of your dad not being there. The impact of your mom not being there. The impact of you being taken advantage of. Your impact of neglect. Your impact of being rejected. Your impact of what the world has done. You being picked on, bullied, or you did the bullying. Because what you did to people, it still impacted your mindset. It still impacted what you did. It still impacted you off of your actions. Whether it was actions towards you or actions from you, your mind got impacted. And while you're trying to focus on something and you're experiencing life, your brain is trying to fill in the blank because it remembers. But the only way is to look at what it really is. As the images changes, remember it changed. It is not, let me take the sound off. It's not the same person, but your brain is trying to keep the previous impact relevant. But when you see for what it is, it's no longer distorted. So why I call it the fill in the blank theory? Because there's a lot of things you are seeing in life and you're trying to fill in the blanks with what you experience. And what you need to do is you fill in the blanks with what faith is. You fill in the blanks what God's telling you. You fill in the blanks, but most people don't. So when you have experienced life through a new relationship, you experience life, now you got a child, you experience life, now your kids has left the home. Now your home has been impacted with family running around, but now they call it empty nest syndrome. What it is your brain is trying to find where is the kids, where's the noise that filled this house up? Where is that? And it's seeing the emptiness. But if you focus on what's really going on, it's now a time for a new beginning. It's now the now what? It's now us recognizing who I am today and what I got in my hands. When you have got that new job, you lost that new job. When you're trying to start a business, but you got impacted by being a worker. All these things. So this is teaching you that you experiences in life. Your brain is trying to hold on to the past to make today make sense. The past won't make it make sense. See for what it is. Because when, it's not saying stop focusing on the cross, but when you're looking at something and things are changing, see for what it is. And you'll see it's not what it was. It only became clear. You got clarity when you started to just look at for what something was. When it changed again, your brain is not holding on to the whole old image. You're now looking at what's really going on. All right? That's what happens. That's what's tormenting you. You're trying to move on by holding on old experiences in your brain. You are trying to make life to make sense based upon old impacts. And there's a lot of people that don't know how to let go. There's not a lot of people that know how to move forward and move on. You're trying to make sense by filling the blanks with your past and with your experience. And nothing can fill them gaps. Nothing can make it make sense unless you fill it with faith. Unless you fill it with looking at it for what it is. This is how you treat someone new by what old people have done. This is how you try to raise your kids, and you see people trying to live their life through their kids. Because when you don't see your kid, you see you, and you're trying to help you. And you don't see, no. Look at your child. That's not you. When you see the dad that wasn't there, and yet you're going after men, and these men, you're trying to get this love women from these men because they look like a man, and the only man that impacted you the most was your dad. But stop, look at him. That's not your father. That's not your dad. So don't expect that fatherly love from someone that's not your dad. He is someone else. Look at for what it is. Your mom, grieving, someone died, being abused, is no longer there. The threat is over. Relax. Be anxious for nothing. It's okay. You're no longer in danger. Triggers are when something brings familiar of something that happens, and you are bringing images, and it distorts, and your brain is shocked. And that's what happened. You gotta let go. But the only way to let go is by claiming Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Renewing your mind. Knowing that it's not you anymore. You got nothing to prove to the ones that bullied you. You're not that weak person. person in school that you ain't know what to do. Most people become cops because they was once. Some people become cops to be an authority because how much they was being bullied. And now they're going around scared because they're still looking at themselves as that bullied child. Some people made a lot of decisions. It's called shame. And when you're trying to hold on or grasp this new life, you're being impacted to distort of what you used to do. And your life that you see seems shameful because it's mixed in what you didn't let go yet. Yes. Go back and play this again without sound to look at the images. Now, what's in your life that you need to let go? You got to replace it with faith. Stop trying to make things that make sense. Work on you. Stop trying to work on other people because it's called deflect. Deflecting is another distortion. You trying to help people and what you really need to do is change you. You're judging people, and which is something we all do, and it's fine because my viewpoint is different. But what you really need to do is what? Self-judgment, reevaluation, self-evaluation. When you're upset at your child, you're really mad at you because of what you didn't do. So let go of the life that you once had or been through and look around to see what it really is. And grasp today, because today is not yesterday. And if you have been impacted by porn, which is one of the things that I'm helping people to do, the link in my bio is a survey to take, and it's going to lead you to a course. Just make the leap. Mixing in your life as a child, teenage years, distorting your images. And one thing I want to help people do is to renew their mind about perception of life. And one thing impacted a lot of people is sexual content, whether it's social media, whether it's a movie, and especially if it's porn, and it's affected your motivation because you've been impacted. One area is what I want you to do is take this survey, it's in the link, take the course, have a blessed day. This is a Message Architect where we break down a message and build it up for clarity. And this has been Piece to the Puzzle, and I hope this piece gave you
Time.